Hey everyone, I'm Francis and today we're going to be learning about operant conditioning. Last time we talked about classical conditioning, which is all about respondent behaviors such as automatic responses. Today we will be talking about operant conditioning. So today we will learn about Skinner and his experiments, but before we talk about Skinner, I kind of wanted to talk about Edward Thorndike. And so before operant conditioning, Thorndike actually discovered the law of effect, which is the idea that we do things with positive consequences and stop when there are negative consequences. So back to Skinner. He created an operant conditioning chamber, which is sort of like an enclosed maze box apparatus sort of thing that contains a bar or a key that an animal, in his case mice, can press or manipulate in order to obtain food or water as a type of reinforcement. This experiment was significant because it tells people the precise conditions that foster efficient and enduring learning. He found that the consequences to your behavior dictate the likelihood that you'll do it again. So there are 4 types of reinforcement and punishments that I'd like to go over. The first one is positive reinforcement, which is the idea that you give something good, you add to it. On the flip side, there is negative reinforcement, which is you take away something bad. The third one is positive punishment, which is that you give something bad. And then the last one is negative punishment, which is the idea that you take away something good. So to sum it up, positive is always adding something and negative is always taking something away. There are also a few reinforcement schedules. So the first one is continuous reinforcement, which is reinforcing every time something occurs. This makes learning happen faster, but extinction, which we talked about in the previous video, also happens more rapidly. The second one is partial or intermittent reinforcement, which is that sometimes it's reinforced, sometimes it's not. Usually, it results in persistence. It leads to a slower but greater resistance to extinction. Next, we have fixed ratio schedules. So a fixed schedule is a set number of responses. For example, you get a free cup of coffee after buying 10 cups. A variable ratio schedule is an unpredictable number, such as gambling machines. Fixed interval schedules reinforce the first response after a fixed time period. Variable interval schedules happen with varying time intervals. And there you have it. Those are the basics of operant conditioning.